Welcome, Chuck Life. Jump on early to the door. Yes, are you first? Or are you first? And Missy Chuck Life, the here first. Unless you were waiting. Thank you. Hey guys. Hi Dion, welcome to the live. I was just putting in my phone on the charger. I saw your notification. What's for dinner? Oh no, go and get your phone charger. What's for dinner? Dinner was some what is it? Silver snapper and pumpkin rice. That was dinner today because this is the whole of this week. I had rice and peas like last week Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, except for Wednesday, then Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That I just yesterday I eat curry, goat gravy with rice and peas and fried chicken. That was like too much rice and peas. So today I had some I cooked some pumpkin rice and silver snapper for dinner. It was delicious. As you can see, more still greasy from the dinner. Just kidding. But anyway, welcome to another Sunday Live with Zena. And I want to do a different thing on my live. So I'm going to push out a number and you guys can call in on the live and share your experience with me with mermaids or rolling calf or dopey because somebody made a comment today. I saw a comment this morning. Somebody was like, "What a rolling calf looks like." So that's why I end up put up that thumbnail there because there's a rolling calf in the in that thumbnail as you can see. Right? There's a rolling calf right here. So that big old cow thing with the with the chain around wrapped around him. That's what a rolling calf is said to look like, right? And today I was asking someone, oh, you know about rolling calf? He said, hear about it, but he don't know what it is. Somebody there tell him what it is, and then I said to him, it's a dopey. He was like, it's a dopey. So he's always hear about rolling calf, but he never knows it was actually a dopey. I'm still in Jamaica. I figured that. I was gonna call it today, but I was a little bit busy and then I try I'll get myself organized to come live. Right? So forgive me please. I wanted to call you and find out how was the whole, you know, funeral and so I want that person to come on the live so I can literally tell her and show her what a rolling calf looks like. So a rolling calf is said to look like a cow, have a shape of a cow. My mother said she see one look like a dog one time with two big hairs hanging down and with their eyes look fiery red, you know, and they have a chain wrap around them that when you're walking, it's pulling on the ground to make that sound as if a train is coming or this they used to always say the train a draw, you know. So a lot of people used to be afraid to walk in the nighttime back in the olden days because they were afraid that rolling top might attack them, right? And so people have experienced it being chased by a rolling calf, while some persons from town areas will say they don't know of such thing, they've never heard of it, but people from the country are well known of rolling calf. So in this live today, we're going to be talking about how rolling calf looks and why people are afraid of them. And I don't know if anybody have any story or any experience that you have ever faced a rolling calf in your young days when you were a child living in the country. I'm going to give you a number to call right now on the live and share your experience with us tonight. So let's get right into it. So somebody said on the live, said on the underneath of video today, under one of my posts, and was saying what a rolling calf look like. As I just explained to you, it's a cow which is smaller. It's not a cow. So you hear from your ear calf, you know it's a smaller one. And they have a chain wrap around them. And that chain that is hanging on them around their neck is pulling on the ground. So it's not really like, oh, you just see this picture that is here showing you. They are not normally like this, but you know, over time, people have created their own design to how a rolling calf might look. But this is a little bit of an example of how a rolling calf might look with fiery eyes, red eyes, not really literally fiery eyes as this showing here, but person have seen they're seeing them with their eyes with fire. I mean red. And there was this young friend of mine, mommy, ahora, mommy, wow, we are going, mommy, you kind of back come and look, you know, say I know mommy. Sure. Anyway, guys, so so yes, so him said when he was a child, he grew up in Kingston, and he never heard anything about rolling calf living in Kingston until he went to country. What country it was, he didn't quite tell me. But when he went to country, he had a style that what his style was to be in town. He would stay out late at night, and and but he went to country and tried to keep up the same style. And his grandmother used to always tell him that don't stay out too late, mind up running down my rolling calf, mind all that. Knowing him now coming from Kingston, no nothing about no rolling calf. He never believe her. So one night now, he's coming in late, almost in the 12 o'clock hours, and walking, country road stay. So he's going home. Good night, everyone. Good night. And he said he hear like a train a jar behind him. So he must say, no, man, what that? Him hear like the train a pull underground. So when he look behind him see a small little thing like a cat, but he could see the red eyes. Right? Into the red eyes. And he must say, no, sir. But he must say, maybe I want cat. So him continue walking. And him still hear the chain sound like it get closer and closer to him. So him decide to look back again. So when he look back again, he see like the cat grow a little bit higher. Right? And then he said, no, man, this must be what they be telling me about. This must be a rolling calf. And he said he started to run. He runs so fast till him finally reach home and bust through the door and them let him in. And then him say grandmother rub him up with all sort of Highland water and all sort of things. And from that, him learn him lesson about what a rolling calf is and not to walk at night. So people from the country would have experienced that whole rolling calf experience there. Me personally growing here in the countryside of Jamaica, I have never ever seen one, and I thank God like every day, because the stories that I grew up on, you wouldn't want to see that. You feel like your shadow would run left your skin. So I didn't want to experience that. I used to pray every time, especially if night catch me. I go somewhere like, all right. So when we were growing up, our parents, you have 2 shift school, and you come from school and you have to go. You come from school like after 5, yeah? And then you have to go shop. Them the days that every day you have to go shop. So it's not like now people have money, can go supermarket and just do one shopping. None of that. And I one time after we got older, we used to go together, me and my sister, but as time went by, we get older, you're going by yourself, you know? And I think I was around 13, 14, going by myself one day because my sister would have to be home to stay home with the younger sisters. So I had to go by myself. And you wouldn't believe me. I run go because I watch the sun. I mean, I want the sun go down and me not reach back to the viaduct. I think you might see that video where I said I went and visit Ronnie. Once me reach at the viaduct, me just feel safe because if you go to reach at the shop, you have to go through the tunnel. And all of you might know what a tunnel is if you ever been on a train line normally runs through a whole tunnel. I don't know why. And it's dark, right? And it used to be when it reached 6 o'clock, them used to tell us some stories say 6 o'clock ducky start walk. So you know me I try run it for come back home. The 6 o'clock not catch me, and not even darkness not catch me, because me no want to buck up on a rolling calf. Right? Because of the stories that they told me growing up. But thank be to God, I did not see any rolling calf, and I did not ever happen to buck up on one. But there was once a story I was told about seeing a rolling cap. There's some people who used to come to school and talk about if you say rolling cap, then say you have to have matching stick. And when you see the rolling cap, you light the matches, throw one behind you, light another one, throw behind you, light the next one, have it. So you might tap the rolling cap for that stop and look for the third one. But then time by you might look feet, you gone, right? That was a silly story because guess what? Unless the rolling calf there, that up there, one look at that up even. Fear look for matches stick. And then again, that's another silly one. Suppose when tired that rolling calf there, you woke up in another rolling calf there, you don't have no matches. Or you would have go. So it would be that don't make no sense none at all. But somebody came up with that story when I was going to high school and kids used to come with them. Everybody used to have their little story with them with that talk. Hello, happy Sunday. Where I get these stories? Little boy, I get them from your grandmother and your grandfather. Anyway, so that's a little experience that someone shared with me. My father said one night when Ashley, I heard you can break stick too. Yeah, Ashley said somebody say you can't break stick. But if you even have a stick, when you see duppy, listen, all of them there is silly stuff. If you see a duppy, a rolling calf, yeah? You don't have no time for bend down, boy, you have to take up stick for broke. You have bend down for run. That's if you find the strength in you put them if you not get weak for run. Right? It's like my brothers, them. I think we might tell you guys that one already. But them say one night them go one set up, yeah? And them a come home. But are the three of them, you know. But one of the brother end up go and leave them. So when you reach a distance, the last shop before you reach, the last shop, them see the shopkeeper and the shopkeeper. So the brother just gone, you know, so they now walk up and go catch him. So you know them hear that now, them decide say yes, them are gonna walk fast. See if they can catch him. Then so when they reach near to where they have to come out because they're walking on the train line. So when they reach at the train line, end, we come off of the track to start go down on the track where they live now. Then see somebody sit down on the line. Yeah? Just imagine that in your mind, guys. Sitting down on the train line. So when them see the person, like the person, they are good look at distance, you know. So they just the image of the person sitting down. So they must say, I must, them brother that. So they must say, Peter that man, right? Look like him a wait for it. Right? So then walk down the man. Then what? Well, and Zena, my sister say you must call her because she never can get your phone. I lie. Maybe me lose a number there, you know. She have to go, you have to go send me one number on Instagram or one of them thing there. Yeah. Or you can call the number 2. Oh, number again. She go and come pull her phone off me now. Them sleeping, you know. Yeah, Isaac. The mermaid sleeping, you know. Wait. I heard you can break it. All right. So, okay. So, when them see the image of the person, now the night me I talk about, you know, guys, sitting down there, say it was their bigger brother waiting. Because I see them place where them fit turn, we go down in the truck, you know, there's somebody sit down. They must say, yes, my wait for wait. Look what did they know? It was a dopey. Dopey. When them see the person now and them nearly almost reaching up, them see the person turn head and when them are looking at hell bottom. Them looking into two red eyes. Yo, the man them never afraid still because you know a two man apart. You know? So they never afraid. So they know what they did. Them walk down on the dopey. And the dopey not afraid, you know? The dopey not afraid. They said the dopey, you know man about dopey not afraid. The dopey not afraid. The dopey just get up, then say, and just step away and gone. Yes. Because the thing is, when they tell me a story like that, I'm thinking, well, the dopey they want to frighten them. But guess or not, where them approach the dopey end up saying, ratting, we can't afraid. We can't scare them too, boy, you know. So them take the dopey take himself. Give me the number. What number? We don't want to give a wrong number, you know. A 255 or a 225. 1031. Alright, me I come. Me I go in. Yes, that was the situation. So there's a next story of a woman. Them say one man did dead in a community. Right? And then they're all in there. When people dead, they're not really cut them and put all this thing they call the bomb in and so them dopey used to strong. That's what them say. The dopey them used to strong them. Yes, it. So when oh no. So when then me have anyway, me soon send a number, yeah. So when time, yes, there was this person that did not the community in those days. And I guess they used to use the same walk way. You know, the community, you know, everybody use the same track. So my sister now, older sister, my brother, one of my brothers, then them kind of man look youth, you know, so they come from shop. Me say me afraid. It's more that story they used to tell about that train line there. Make me used to afraid for go shop. They say them a walk good and then ear behind them like when somebody are walking a spike hill. Then you're kum. You know? So then say that when they look back, they see one look somebody a walk and they say the image of the person look like one woman when they dead. You know? So I guess I dopey I try to frighten them or something. I say more them the person, more them so then when they hear that they say they're not running out. So they start walk fast, you know. And so they put on a little speed walking. And then when you like the walking, I get closer and closer to them, then look back again and I say, no head. I saw somebody then they start running, not up run till they reach straight home. So then I start run till they reach straight home. So I think dopey back in the olden days, they do exist. But if for you to believe it, you have to see it. And as them said, believe, kill, and believe, cure. If you see it, you don't believe it. Me personally, see a dopey, see a glimpse of dopey already, and just glimpse of dopey. Like you're the right, like you're sitting in your house, and then you have a hallway, just somebody walk past, or you know nobody else, and you know in the house. And when we get up and go look to the direction me I expect the person to go or should be, I don't see nobody. I don't see nobody. And I'm like, yo, we just see a dopey for the first time. First time. That was the only time. Otherwise, on that, I smell dopey. And yeah, I smell dopey one morning, one early morning, you know. But in the 5 o'clock, you know, guys. Not even did reach 5 o'clock because one trailer did turn over a flat bridge. So at around 4 o'clock it happened. So the whole, when the trailer turn over, me hear the whole commotion say, wake me up out of my sleep. Yes, smell dopey. Me soon tell about that. I me tell about no. So me smell the dopey. Then time I'm pregnant with Zen. So when we hear the dopey, when we hear the trailer turn over, I jump up and look through the window and I say, blow, you know? So you know, yeah, you come out of your bed and you want to go down on the front. You know, crowd are gonna come down and thing. By the time we reach halfway the journey, turn back because I think the river did something did happen. So no water never there warm in the night before. So I said, I'm walk down back and catch some water. So I turn back. Da. So I turn back and I get the back. So me I go down now. Me hear my brother voice down at the front, you know. But you see me have one big ackee tree in a yard, So when you reach that right there, so I smell one scent. I remember I tell you, so from the people that when I grow with, they ever tell you what to expect. Yeah? They used to tell you the sense, the smell, anything, just to let you know that there was a spirit around you. So when I go down now, I smell this scent like first it smell like I don't know if you guys know what a cedar tree is. A cedar tree is. They use that tree to build furniture, right? They use a tree chunk to cut it up and build furniture. Yeah, I don't know if you guys may know it, but that's the tree scent that I smell, right? And when I smell it, it hit me so hard, like I walk. It's like it scent just blowing on my face, so I could taste it in my throat by just when I swallow, and I was like, you know, and then it dawned on me that wow, I think there's a duppy right here, so because I started to remember what my parents taught me. So, and then the scent now started to not smell like the cedar tree anymore, but more like somebody green ham or well high. So I said, no, man. So right there and then I felt a little tense feeling in the atmosphere. And I started to say, no, man, you're tired. And then I started to talk, because that's what they say. When you sit up here and then, they're there, you just start talk and tell them not to do that again. I just started to talk and I was like, well, you're not easy. You really come here so with your stinking self. Say your arm stink. And that's something that's go on and then we just go down at the road. I'm going to go down on the road now, I see my brother. So, I said to him, say, see my one green arm when you come down. Now, say, you did up here stink up. I was like, what the? Yeah, that's what he said. And I was like, damn, so I done it so long, me down on the road come here, I said, Jesus Christ, I never want to pass back this way, and smell the scent, But then time I was a big girl, big girl at the time. I like myself, I made it pregnant with my son. So even when I come up back now, I never smell a scent. So I was like, damn, these spirit really carry a scent. Right? I remember them say you have a snake scent where if you dump it around you smell banana stain. Right? Like when you just freshly cut a banana, you smell that scent. Them say dopey normally have that smell. Them also said duckans. If none of you know what a duckans is, it's some little ants that eat wood. Then say if you smell that, there's a duppy in the atmosphere. And then you will smell some like a weird smell bad cologne. Nowadays, right? Nowadays, those are the type of cologne that they will spray. The family, if you have dead and your family member dead, and they will buy those little cheap ass cologne and carry go give you the funeral parlor, and they will spray up the dead body with it. So when you open the casket, it smell too funky. So you will smell that too. So there are a couple scents that you smell to tell, yes, there's a spirit around you. The duckhan scent, the cedar tree smell like green arm, and the banana stain, and some like a weird ass cologne where just blow past your face and nobody around, use that the scent there. That's also a duppy scent. Yeah? That's also a duppy scent. So as I was telling somebody today, if you don't experience these things, you're not going to want to believe it. You're not going to want to believe it. You see, just like the young man that told me about the whole, because he saw my channel and he said, what's your channel now? And he started to share it. So I believe in them thing there now. I'm saying, you ever seen on yet? So he shared this one with me. He said when he was a little child, like about 12, 13 at the time, him and him brother, and this one is about mermaid. He said him and him brother-in-law, that would be his sister boyfriend at the time, went to the river, then carry him go fishing. And he said somewhere around Portmore side. I think when you go Portmore, that side, that body of river there, that's where he went. And we pass him out there, there, from the side, then come from the two. Yeah. And they were there, him not really throwing a line, but him brother throw the line and him sister. And him say, when he look, he just have one feeling like somebody are watch him. I watch them. So he said when he look, he see one body, somebody head come up out of the water and he just see the eye them and look for him. Too big eye him say. I look for him and he say, when he see it, and by the time he say, look there, it's something just take time and go down in the water back. And he tell them and then just say, what, how we move. And then go away. And from that he say, man, him brother, they never go back go fishing. This so again. This again. And I've heard about this big eye fish, And my brother, I just the other day, my mother was telling me, I don't know, me and her did just the woman we are reasoning about mermaid, ducky, and rolling cap and something. And she said, my brother that was swimming, he could have swim good. He was swimming underneath Flat Bridge. And them days, I think, there was this, most of you that know Damed, there's a time when it's drought. Back then drought used to, when the place used to be dry. And I think the dam never quite up, but them used to kind of, no, I think the dam wasn't quite up as yet. So this section of the river would have dried up. Not really literally dried up, but it would have drawn so much. There's just a little stream of water running. Them say he was actually swimming underneath the middle column, the middle section of the bridge. And shooting them and shoot fish them days they know. And him say when he must swim underneath it, there's actually a cave and underneath the bridge itself, there's like a little cave hole, And he was looking into it and he saw this fish at the entrance of that cave. And he said the fish here big. This fish here big, and he said the fish here is so big and the fish here look like a human eye he might look into. And fish normally have them eye at the sides. But that fish, just imagine what he's telling me. Them two here there where the fish have was close enough to look like humans. So that was one of the craziest thing I've ever heard. Someone could possibly say that they see a fish with eyes big like a human fish. But yeah. And just like the other youth, him same day at the river day, him and his sister and him brother-in-law and him to the head of something. Just a look on him. So that's scary as hell. If I saw something like that, I'd definitely take with myself. Definitely. So I don't know. I'm still not seeing that person who made that comment about them don't know what a rolling cap is. I guess that person comes from town. Town people really don't know about these things, They don't. And then movies, they never really make any movies about rolling cap. They make movies about duppy, ghosts, vampires, and mermaids. But then they never put any rolling calf in any movies to think of it. Never. Yeah, never. My mother said one morning them back in the days, like way back in the days, that woman used to get up so early and go to. And that she mean like this was like she have to go Kingston, So she wake up like at 4 o'clock. But maybe at 3 o'clock to get the first bus where I pass by 4:30 and then to reach at home by 6 o'clock. Because maybe them days there was maybe not a lot of traffic, but the competition, to find to get the goods and to come back and come sell and all of that. And she said she saw a rolling calf, She says a rolling calf. But the way she's describing it to me, that not sound like a calf. It sounds more like a big puppy dog. Now, a little dog with some big flap ears, and she said he had on a necklace around his neck. And it was, all right, here around the guard, flat bridge right there. It wasn't like how it is today. There was always this big rock there, and just by manpower, people kind of broke it down and build a road. So you have a local road. I remember that big rock. So she said the local dog, but she not call him dog, but if she describe him, he look like he's a dog to me. She's describing a dog. She said it's a rolling calf. And he was sitting on the big rock, right? And then she know, back in them days, there are buckle lamp days, people. So she said she come with the back lamp, and you know, when you reach to the road, you go out down the back lamp, you know, out down the back lamp, and then she go probably mask it off now one little corner till later on when she going home in the night. So she look and she shine the back lamp and she look, she see the little thing turn round and look on her and just turn back around and walk. She said him just walk go down to the bridge. And then when he reach at the bridge, she said she just see a puff of smoke and him disappear. And I said, see me, I call her a while ago, me didn't want she come share that story with you guys, even though sometimes she don't made it. She might not in the mood, you know? Yeah, but she have experience seeing a rolling calf. And next time I know, when she was like a little girl living in the country, her father died when she was 8 years old. Then she said he got hit by a truck and he was riding his bicycle. So she grew up with her sister, and her sister was a little not a good person, that's what she said. Her sister used to be mean to her and have her like a Cinderella doing everything. So it was nighttime now, and they must be supposed to go and get a chimney, right? A chimney, either chimney or something. And she didn't want to go outside because, you know, Pitney, when I come there afraid, they don't want to go outside. So my mom, you know, say her sister tell her to go get something. I don't quite remember what it was. And she said when she look outside, she said she out there bala. So she now go and she said which part of the house there to where the outside toilet is to go get the chimney. It's not too far, you know, but it's a good look walk. So she said she now go because she afraid. She said she stood down at the doorway, bala. Like, you know, a ball. Not really no loud ball, you know, because, you know, people used to ball loud in them days. You know, one bigger sister or daddy lick you, you ball and you just sit there charge up your nose. They say when she look, she see a ratted, that one they know me that consider is a rolling calf or a rolling cow. She said she see she see this thing just a walk come around from the outside of the house. Like it come from back of the house, you know, to the front of the house, you know. This big old black. She said it want look like a cow and it want look like a big dog with one chain around his neck a drop on the ground. And she said when she see that, she start ball quick, instantly and start beat down the doors. Let me in rolling calf. And she said she think it was her father, but when her father would have turned a rolling calf, that was trying to just either tell her, say, yo, go on for this, it not have your balling, or just showed up himself as a rolling calf to let her tell her sister not to do that again, you know. But that didn't stop my auntie from sending out my sister. Not my sister, my mother, late at night. There was this other time again, she said when she was my auntie, which is my mom's sister, went out. So she was a couple years older than my mom, you know. So she'd definitely be older. So she would be going out doing everything where my mother was still young. And she said one night, them days they are getting up people, a backlam days, nobody had electricity. So she said she was home alone with backlam. So, you know, as it reached certain time, if you have the buckle lamp on, it will tend to out, right? Tends to out. I guess the hell done now the lamp. So you know, so when time the buckle lamp went out, she just stayed there and just she see one big winker. And people used to say them something there, the peanut guys. Who don't know them? They look, I call them peony. But and some people call them winker because they're always winking their light. You see them mostly in the country place. Yeah, you but you always scared of the dark. But I'm getting over it. Oh gosh. So she said when the buckle lamp went out, that peony from nowhere just bright. She said it was the brightest peony she ever seen. And it just bright up the whole room. It was like a buckle lamp turn on back again. And until she said she sleep and wake and still see the peeling in the house. Stop. And she said she didn't feel afraid because just felt like it was the presence of her dad there. But when her sister come home now and realize said no gas, no gas, no iron in the lamp, no said the woman a left from party and come and tell my sister say she figure go down and go catch the shop before a shop like and get some personal. Eh? She was such a savage, I tell you. Some stories that my mother tell me about growing up with that woman and how the woman would send her out in late night, to go get cursing. Like for God's sake, everybody reach home. We just go on to bed. Go on to bed. I have experienced like being gone, yeah? And I don't have no candle, no light, nothing. Me have phone light. So if me even need to move from point A to B, we just shine my phone light. But at that point in time, everybody just got in bed. Then time that it's when light gone, if you didn't got in bed early. You got your bed early too, because there's nothing to entertain you. Remember one night, that's one night when we did end up seeing one lady. The light had gone from around in 3 o'clock. But I think them said some light, some car lit up in a light post or something, but it affected the current around here. And there was no electricity. And my two kids, them that are my son and my daughter, I tell us the picnic gonna sleep for early, And because the picnic just sleep for 6 o'clock. I know sometimes 6 o'clock dark out. And when it reach around to 7, may I say, you know what? I have one little candle light. Come in every have no little candle. Because light always choose to go on when I have no candle. Nothing. So, then pick the two pick them asleep and say, you know what? I'm going to lay down sleep no yeah, man. Sit down on the bed and when me hear this car brakes, because the car jam brakes, I'm hear the whole commotion and the car impacted into the river. And believe you me, and my phone was the first thing we grab up. We just jack down the flashlight. I'm glad them build phone with flashlight. I think I remember that day. Me glad them have flashlight phone. These phone really come in handy. And I pull down and I hear me now. Me I sure, what me slippers say? What me slippers say? Because it's darkness. I'm like, what me slippers? What me slippers? What me slippers? I hope I didn't wake up them. And when me find my slippers, me start running, man. And I run and when me reach down on the road, me I tell say, I be a darkness. You can't see nothing. So my phone light, me have a shine. And the people in my ball help. And then, the other part is history. We end up going at the river and save who we can save the night there. So, yeah. So, you can just understand when there is no electricity. I think the best thing to do is go sleep. Where the hell you go and get your come in, pass the same shopping up, and then reach home now. And maybe them days they have gambling now. So people, man, them would have out a gamble till some bad 12 o'clock. So she come in now and I said, my mother said she could go get some personal because there was no personal there. And anything can happen at night and they want to see. My God. Mm-hmm. And my sister did, sorry, oh gosh. And my mommy did go, she went. And when she went to the shop, the man said, oh, I'm not call her name, Panny. Oh, she's so wicked. Oh, she never said wicked. Oh, she be send you one in a night to come get personal. A good mind not sell your none. And that the man say, no, me say man say no. The man say a good mind not sell your none. Eh? When you come sell you come and shop by yourself in a night. Mm-hmm. But boy, she good because me never go nowhere. She have to go lick me till me sick, me not moving and not going. I'm not going. Mm-mm. So tell me what you guys would have done if you have to go back in the days when Duppy used to walk in a man. You have to go shop in the 10 o'clock at night to go get personal or kangaroo. Eh? No way. I wouldn't go. She'd have to beat me till me pink. Me not going. Me not go. Me not going without. She have to beat me till she have to beat me to death. Me not going. Me? I am not going. All right. So as I don't know this person, I think the person on the panel live, somebody been saying that they want a number from mother. The panel live. I want mother number. I got that from you. I was scared after that. No, darling, you don't get that from me. You're afraid of man of you, Fred. You're born in a paradise, Born when nothing no really exists again named Duppy and then something. Yeah? You're born in a paradise. I think one night I come from work, And before we reach up at the house, we have one house well, when I'm a brother they live in the house. So which part we actually there was no water, the water pressure used to low and it wouldn't reach up to the actual house. So when we come in night I would have to stop down at the house there and just bathe and go. So come on, I go bathe and sit and me hear somebody a laugh. Yes, somebody a laugh, So me, well, you know mind not me. Knowing me, me brave, By this time, I'm in my 20s, guys. So, you're a brave girl now. So, me really think, say, them girl, my sister, then come down there, come down. I either come down to come bathe, because them have a say when you come down later, so them a come bathe. So, me think of them, so me hear the sound, hear the laughing, like, somebody a hide you, hear the giggling, them a laugh. Me a call all their name, me a say, Nana, Pam Pam, I won't ramp with me, I ramp with me, one of them. Not a soul answer me. I say, Ratty, didn't say, I laugh. And I just make yes, be down. And then I go same direction when me up here laugh. That I scary. I see a direction me I go when me hear the up here laugh. So that I've heard a duppy laugh, I've seen a glimpse of duppy, I've smelled a duppy, and I've heard a duppy scream. So those are my experience with duppies, Yeah, I don't think I've experienced any more with duppies. I remember when I was a little girl, we used to go shop, and I used to be the one that I don't know what, I was such a brave girl. I used to be the one that walk at the back, And I remember one night we go shopping, and you get night catch you, coming back, night catch us, me and my sister. And when we are come up back, we go see one man when he Lion, Lion. And I'm so glad because we get dark up, so glad we get a little company to go. Me I walk back. My sister at the front and me then at the middle. And you have Lion, the man there behind me. So the man I say, are you a little one and you walk and you walk back? Eh? And so when we have to walk back, because a train line we walk on, or stay is like everywhere be a gravel and stone. So I just want like a clear path. Yeah, walk through where now walk through no stone and twist your foot and so. So one of us definitely have to walk at the back. And knowing my sister, she was afraid than me, even though she older than me. Well, she not really that old. She just 1 year apart. She now walk her back. So it was a struggle for walk. So I used to say, me walk her back. Tell you the truth, guys, the only thing I was afraid of in that time period of my life was lizard. Yeah. I was so afraid of lizard. And that was the only thing I was afraid of. I know like some wouldn't think say, oh yes, I'm afraid of duppy. But I couldn't afraid of something when I not see. Or I can't see. I may never see it. So but the lizard, no, me don't know what about lizard. Just never like lizard. Me just afraid of lizard. And then eventually, one day my mother beat me ass and me end up stop afraid of lizard. She bust me ass because she said me for water before me go for water and go bathe and come back to get ready to go to school. Me there at the pass, I look in a bush, I look in lizard. And my mother come and call me and she said me no move not a foot further than out of the yard to half of the journey, Not even half of the journey me no reach, And she come and call me after me did me never know how long time gone for about 1 hour and a half. Me the woman a call me, Rudy. So me I say, yes, she said, where you there? So me not gone yet. Me the right here, so a bee lizard in my way. Come like, me don't know if it was my mind playing tricks on me, but it come like every move, me see a lizard I move too. Me see a lizard I run under my foot. I was so afraid of lizard. And the woman who reach up, the woman that whip a wine part and the woman starts stone me now. The woman starts stone me. And when I say no love, me say this little girl, who never got them born lizard in her way. The woman, now me understand when you get older, you know. Woman start send some so stone me see her run so me start run to ras. Me never remember nothing say lizard in my way, come here run past stone. And me run and go for the water bathe and come back. I remember nothing about lizard. So I read the woman give it all the case the woman say, look how long me say you feel water you talk about lizard. And then now, I mean still it afraid, you know. And one day now, daddy want me to go buy cigarette. And I said, daddy, me afraid, you know. A bee lizard always down one section when he in Big Rock. Me I tell him, say, he's down a Big Rock, a bee lizard down there, daddy. You have to follow me go a Big Rock. Follow me go a Big Rock. And daddy follow me go a Big Rock. And daddy look for me and say, oh, you afraid of lizard? And you so big. And the lizard said, yes, the lizard little bit. And me think about it. And from that I was like, you know, me idiot. The box me afraid of lizard for. Apart that I don't afraid of them, but let me see one in our house right now. I chop him up. I'm still a chop him and afraid. See me, last time I day in here, I see one lizard, you know. And guys, about 2 times I chop off a lizard I'm missing, you know. And the last time I said, no man, it come like you had up you cut the skin and touch you. So I go so I lick him to backside and him drop and like him drop and fly and I wanted that side. Please damn me, I look me, not see nothing. What do you me there now? And say, all right, let me move up there and something. I know there is that well dry out underneath the fridge. I said, blow. You need really get a ratted lick that night then. But yeah, but back when I was a child, that was the only thing that I was afraid of, lizard. No, so nobody couldn't catch me afraid of nothing else than lizard. Me afraid of lizard, me afraid of lizard. And one night, me day good in the house and go see one piece and drop on me. You know when you live in a board house and it's zinc roof. And them a walk, they ever walk on the board them. Me said, Jesus, me feel drop on me. When me go and shake off and look, it's a freaking coggle lizard. Sorry for the language. Me say, I scream. I'm so afraid of lizard, man. Afraid of lizard. But, you know, girl grow out of that now. And then there's any lizard. Right now, remember, I can tell you one experience with a lizard, and it was a green lizard, you know. After me go shop, and when me a come back, this one green lizard pan one tree. So the tree then nearby me, you know. Like me the right on the tree, they say I'm more passing, but tree lizard the right, and I like saying up in the top of the tree, you know. Lizard the right, so like if me a try to pass, he might go run up on me, and me say me ball out. I call my father. My father say, you better come because nobody know over here. Me alone there, me a stay with the baby. At the time, I didn't have a little sister with a baby at the time. Tapping. I said, what me I go do, man? Because I go shop to come back to go out. I think I was going to a local crusade thing at the church. Me and this lady. Her name is Eve, that I ran wife. Right? So when I go to come in, every time, one time, I'll find the so they get brave now, so me go run past this spot, you know. It come like every time it take, say me go run, this like a lizard that come down. I said, me also not a backside, me turn back. Me turn back and go up on the line. I remember one little truck where me see them, me and my brother then did go, how would they go? I think we go breadfruit, jackfruit bush one day. And we see them walk through that truck. Yeah. Then me go and walk and come down to one never section back at your house. When me read daddy down, your daddy down, which way you want? I said, walk up. Your daddy to me now. I hope the cell is a dead. So when you check it out, it's like being afraid. The man said, hope the cell is a dead. Me say, only thing I could have do is just laugh and say, oh, I time for me stop, me afraid of lizard. Let me read that comment. I remember the time I almost drowned when we were at the pool. Oh God, then. So let me tell them that story. So my son and my daughter, how old were you again? I think you were 5. I think he was 5. So we went to his house, yeah? And I go to the pool. Yeah, you know, that was the time I almost died. So we brought this little floater thing, like a little blow up boat. And then put it in the water so they make it start. The man, my stepdaughter, make it start float away in the deep. Anyway, so I say, all right, I walk around the pool now. We will get the floater boat, the float boat. This little boy, eh? This little boy not do nothing down reach at this part of the, you know, where the pool, or pool set up, you have a step where you step off in the pool. This little boy not do nothing down go and step, go and walk off in the pool. You know. Come. So me I say, me I watch him, but me I, it's like me I go for the floater, but at the same time, good night. Come and tell the people then to the story. Yeah? Come tell the people then to the story. Tell you, so she stay. Tell her say she know in another story business, you know. Yeah. Yeah, they make you have to be close them. You have to be close them? Yeah, yeah, that's good. Go to be close them and then try. You think you take them out? Well, I'm going to take up the close them. You think you take them out? Mm-hmm. Later? Mm-hmm. Oh. When me see this boy walk off in a pool, so me swear say him can't swim, you know. Even though my youth, you know. But when me see him walk off in a pool, I say, right, they can't swim. When I learn to swim, that me I say, you know. When me look at John, the boy John, you know, guys. John, the little boy John, I look at him and walk, gone, say me I go, and I pay him any attention. Me I watch him, when me look. I say, John, my John, when I swim, because you know when somebody there in the water, they want to make a movement, like they want to swim. Guys, my son was, camera jump this now. My son was drowning in front of my eyes. I just go there and just grab him up, so. And even when me I grab him up, me like me still couldn't believe Sir Johnny, my John. Me I say, Johnny, John. And then, you know, we hear me they open up wide and he must start and a cough. Me I say, what it? Me can't be Sir Johnny, John. When you walk off in the pool like that, you know you can't swim. So never do that again, guys. If you know you can't swim, don't walk off in a pool or a river or a sea. Don't the people go see go John. I remember a couple years ago I went to El Show. Long time. And by me the damn thing already. And I left. Yes, it's money John. I'm like, what? Look up at John. And back in them days a lot of people used to join out at El Show. But right now nobody really go El Show anymore. People do go out there, they probably just go have some fish and bami and the next thing name fry. Alright, so I don't know if did I read this comment for you guys the last time we were here? This person is called Caribbean Descent. Caribbean Descent made a comment underneath one of my videos, and it was saying so basically this person is saying that they believe in mermaid, right? So my mom is 91 years old from Chilani. Mom said when her and her sister, my auntie, was near the river, there was a mermaid with long hair, beautiful. She said she was brushing her hair and passing my auntie her golden brush. My auntie yelled out to my mom. Mom run to sister. When she got there, she saw long hair and fins going, diving into the water, and she swam off, the mermaid. I always remember the story, and I do believe it's true. Do she still have the brush? Somebody asked that question, right? This person named YouTube 2020. Well, mermaid must be true. I'm from Haiti, and the stories just repeat itself. A long-haired woman by a body of water brushing her hair, inviting an individual over, offers of riches, etc. Right? So, hold on. Another one. So this one now I saw recently this week, and it says from Kerry K. Clark. I remember I was passing that place. She's talking about Flatbridge. I was passing that place on a bus and I hear a group of people singing loud. I said to my friend, "You hear the singing?" And she said to me, "Say nothing. Everybody is on the bus. Stop talking and listen. All we hear are loud singing on the roadside." And couldn't see who was singing. From that day, I don't take out there simple. Alright, that's basically the Gorge area, the Flatbridge surrounding. She don't take out here to simple. And she said she passed and hear somebody singing. Let me see. That was it. That was it. That was it. No more. That was it. Some people do believe they exist, well, some people don't believe they exist. We don't know. Hi Zena, sorry I'm late. Hi Kali. Welcome to the live. Even though you're late, I am happy you're here. I can't swim still, but I can save myself now. Yeah, what I say? You cannot swim, or you can swim now? You know, can't swim now. You can't swim little bit to save yourself. So you better, because you can't have a mother that can swim and you can't swim. You better get a swimming game on, man. You better. If you can't swim, that's one of the things in life I think everybody should learn to do. Just imagine being in living in the islands. And there anything can happen when you're on the islands. You can have a tsunami, you can have heavy floods, you can be trapped in anywhere. Just last year alone, a woman, this little girl and her grandmother died. Where? In Montego Bay. How? Because the rain was falling, the roads got flooded out, the car got washed away. You can't believe something like that is happening here in Jamaica. That sounds like something that you see in the movies. And they both drowned. This little girl was bugging her parents saying that she wanted to go and look for her grandmother. She wanted to spend the weekend with her grandmother. And she did. She went and spent the week. I think it was in the holiday time. And on the way back it was raining. The car was swept away by every flood. And the two of them died, the little girl and her grandmother. So just imagine if I don't know if they can swim, but suppose it's a case that they couldn't swim. They couldn't swim, that's why they drowned. Or it's a case if you can swim, you could have swim out of that pool of that flood. So it is important for everyone to learn to swim. Anything can happen. You can live in the islands and a tsunami. You can go anywhere and a tsunami just take place. I watched this movie one time, with this family, and I think it's based upon a true story. And they went on a trip. I think the husband was oh, that's a different movie mixing up in my brain. So they went on a vacation and they went to some small little highlands. I think it's in Hawaii or one of those islands where these little Chinese looking half Indian people were. And they were on a hotel resort, you know, the mother, the father, and two little boys. What's that? Was that it? But the greatest thing is they were at the pool, some of them were at the pool, and some of them were at the beach, and the beachfront. And a tsunami came in and swept everybody away. And you know what saved these two little boys? You know what saved them is because them could have swim. One of them was hanging up in a tree The woman itself, that one was more graphic because what's the name of that movie again? You could see her being ripped and pushed by the current of the water in the movie. But she survived, you know? And they were all split up. Her husband and her two boys. They were all split up. But in the end, they have found back each other. But the moral of the story is it's good when you can swim. It's very good when you can swim, especially if you live in the islands. Anything can happen at any given time. You can't be in the bus anywhere at all, and it must have to be flat bridge. There have been other places in Jamaica, there have been heavy floods. And if you can just hold your breath just to swim out, you can live. Yeah, I don't think people should try. You have to put yourself in a state of mind to put yourself in a survival mood in any circumstances. Put your mind in survival mode. So if you're trapped in a vehicle and that vehicle happened to go over, there was a case when a bus went over a flat bridge many years ago. I think I was probably 5 years old at the time or six, because I was pretty young, or maybe seven, and it was a bus, and I heard that a lot of person died. And if it was a case that they gonna die because of the, remember, they're in a bus and everybody is bungled up on each other, right? Everybody bungled up. So everybody's like pulling and fighting and ripping, and you are trying to come out and it's a person that will upon you. It's crazy. Just imagine that. But if you can just put yourself in survival mode, and survival mode is just hold your breath. But once you see the vehicle is going to make an impact, hold your breath and tense. Right? I can say that because I've been into an accident more than once, twice actually. And when you're going to go into that, you have to make yourself, just put yourself into survival mode where you make yourself more tense, because you're going to get the impact. Right? But imagine now, that's a regular accident. Just imagine going into a water, Jesus, in a bus. Not to mention, yeah, I'm never going to talk about cars. Because in a car, you can say, all right, maybe it's you alone in the car. You can be able to maneuver yourself from around the car. But imagine being in a bus and that turn over with you. And a lot of person was taken out of the river, my mother said, that time. And that accident, guys, was what the word? What the word? Negligency, because that man was overtaking. And let me tell you something, back then they didn't have any stoplight, and even though them have stoplight, them still them take on the bridge like them not no sense. Them not have no sense, and that man overtake at entering the bridge, and went straight into the river. Can you believe that, man? Can you believe that? You know what people died that particular day? Me said the doctor died. Just the other day, not the other day, just last year, so one policeman, I said him know the man, one of the man were John, and he was the doctor of the bus. The driver survived because in circumstances a driver see the impact. So him put himself in our survival mode. So I'm ready for the impact, because remember, as you the round the steering, you are see first and what is taking place. So you put yourself in a survival mode to escape from this. And then if you're a passenger behind the third, second last row of the bus, especially the back of the bus, you don't know what going, because you have to be looking and breaking your neck to look over how many eggs, and to imagine yourself going into Flatbridge. Yeah, wow. All I can say is condolence to the family members that lost their life that particular year. I think it was probably 1997 or 1996. I don't know which year it was. Just a count, randomly. But I think I was around 7 years old when that happened. I had sense. I think I maybe that in that same particular time I almost drowned. Yeah, I almost drowned. Because my mother, and it was in the same, if that is not in the, I think it was in the same month. Yeah, it was the same month. At the day when I almost drowned, then my sister almost drowned in the same week. And I see her that happened in the same month. That day when it happened to you, see, I never forget, because I had sense then. Rain was falling. Rain did a fall the evening, and I think me did down on the road, you know. I think me did go down the road and come up back. And as I come up back, and you know rain a fall and you little pit in them time there. And I will come out, boy, you go on a road, go where? Go your bed, or go to just stand in a yard, you know. And in the night now, when you know when everybody come around and everybody have their round table, they have a round table talk, you know. So we are here what really go down. And that was it, the whole comment. I remember asking my mother, and over, I always ask her, Mommy, what you do? What did I do? Where did I do? Because she was on the scene. What did I do when time that happened? And she said she did that. She can't go in on a river go swim. She said she has saved nobody because my mother can't even swim. She said the only thing she remember do, she hold one bamboo and I give them for hold on pan it. And I feel them hold on pan the bamboo and I hold on to jaw people. Or even if you bring them up to the bank, they make them help themselves. But why? It was a situation. I think somebody also gave me another story on behalf. And that him say in the way around one corner, I must say I do some cut some post him and him virgin when him pull him man, but him virgin dead now. Get sick and dead, long time now. And then you say bus gone in a river and the man then say then run and come save who then could have saved. But that was because someone was driving carelessly. That was because he was driving carelessly because I overtake the man I overtake, you know, while entering the bridge coming from them said the bus was a Brownstone to Kingston bus. So the bus there was coming all the way from Ochi going to Kingston. You know, back in them days, this was the only route. And when Flatbridge do river come up and block the bridge, that was the only time you catch people say them a drive Sligo of the land this other road with them call Barry. People never used to drive them places. I mean, yes, one 3 foot ass used to there on a Barry, right? Make people used to run off a road, one 3 foot dopey ass, one white one, used to there on a Barry road. So people didn't really want to drive on a certain time on certain night. And then call a horse the 3 foot ying. One 3 foot him used to have. Where it was running at the stand up in a road within 3 foot and make people used to crash on the other side regular. So people never used to like go drive around there so too. So there's a lot of histories in Jamaica when you think about it. Because the slave masters and the white, who know about the white witch of Rosal? Never hear about that one? The white witch of Rosal. She actually bury same place up when you go Mobi. Yeah. One lady show me exactly which part she bury, you know. She bury part tree palm tree there on the other side. So the Rosal Great House is on this side going to Montego Bay, left hand side, and she bury on the right hand side. Because you know as time went by, them cut big road and in the days maybe a while ago Chariot Road was there, but the place developed, so you know she buried across from Rosa Great House. And where she buried, there's 3 palm trees there. I remember the woman named Annie Palmer. Yeah, so she was a great witch of Rosal. Let's get into that story. So she now was buried. She was a witch that had many men. They used to sleep with her husband them and kill them. What a woman. So I guess she used to go around sleep with women, sleep with man, and then she would poison them. That's what the story say. She would poison them and any little thing she would get them. So if you get a husband, after a while they with him for 1 year. That was what was going on in Annie Palmer life. And she poisoned her husband and then she would have buried him in her cellar, something like that. People used to say. But here's the story that I'm going to share with you about the Rosa Great House. You know, there's like a tourist resort right now. People normally go there in the daytime. But way back into the 80s, there was a small community not too far up in Chilani where some man was, you know, among them peers, and they were saying that nobody would dare go to the Rosa Great House and sleep at night. So there was this young pastor man, you know, among them, and hear them and say, nobody not so brave for go up there go spend a night, man. Nobody. And he must say, you're not afraid of no dopey, and there is no such thing as dopey. And he must hope they're haunted. For the great house haunted, they hope that the witch used to live. She kill the whole her husband, them until one finally kill she. And them him decide to prove to them there was no such thing as dopey. So, no say, him take on the challenge and say, you what? Me, I go pack up my little suitcase and me, I go up a great house and a Palmer great house and sleep the night. For Friday night tonight, I'll be back by Sunday for go church to keep him church service. So, pack up him bag, him little suitcase, carry him little supper and stuff, and him little flashlight, or him back lamp days that. Back lamp days that was. And get a little buggy, working at them days, you know a buggy, a carry you going away. And when the buggy left him have to re-walk a journey, left him right at the big old gate, and he went in. So when he pulled the door and him going, the squeaking out of them door, because them door they now open more long time now here. You know what I say? When you look at be a cobweb in them place there, and all of the chairs them come up with all white sheet. The thing is a dopey. All that would make it look like a dopey. So, you make him way upstairs and find a room, take out him little bunk bed, like a sleeping bag, and lie down in it. Anyway, when he reach around 7 o'clock in the night, him say him take out him little lunch kit and bring with him to have him supper. And when he finish eat that now, him out him back lamp and decide say him I go sleep. You don't see nothing funny, no funny movement. Him say when he shut him eye, people, he hear one knocking on the door. Boom, boom, boom. It's what they are not door. And the person call him by name. So call the same name, John Brown. John Brown, you're needed downstairs for dining. So he must say, no, sir, I must sleep, me asleep. I dream my dream. So I'm going back and sleep and I pay that no mind. He must say, no, sir, I must dream. You fall back and sleep again and hear the big sound in again. Boom, boom, boom. Person knock on the door. Bye, Zen Zen. Love you. And so when him hear the knocking and the calling of John Brown again, it's not a backside. Him get up and turn on him back lamp. He need to turn on no back lamp. Him say when him open the door, the place was bright. Light and nothing like what he saw when he went in earlier. The place was clean and even cobweb no seems the place looked totally different. Right? And there was this man well dressed in a tuxedo suit. I think he was the butler or the bellboy, one of them. And said that if he could join them downstairs because it's now time for the dining. And there he went downstairs. When he reached in the dining room, chandelier in the sky, table well set, everybody well dressed. This man I see all of this, The man see all of this. And then, say them give him a seat for sit down to, Then pull him a chair and say, sit down, John Brown. So John Brown well seated. And him did it and said, let's have a toast. We have John Brown join us tonight. So him say, after them done make them toast and thing, and him see food and everything, and everybody just look live. Everything music was playing softly and slow. People was chatting and talking, and it's like everybody was alive in the room. But really and truly, these was all ghosts. And the man say, when then did no one talk and everybody did they introduce themselves. Him say, him say to them, let us pray before we have meal, right? And he said when he start praying and he goes, I don't remember what he said. I must say either he said Father God our Lord Jesus or something him said. He said who saying for God said that? He said the ducky them just start flying. Everybody that was sitting around this big dining table just start, the ducky them just get up. Whee! Fly up and them start spin and fly and every ducky disappear. And he was all alone in the room. So you know him just take up back in back along and up the stairs he went. Went back into his sleeping bag and away to sleep he went. You know the next day he went back to church and he told obviously because he had that experience he could have told this so it was written down. So you see, and this was a pastor, young pastor, but him decided say him I go go up a Rosa Great House and spend a night. Spend a night to prove to the young man in the community there was no such thing as dopey. But there was dopey, but was he afraid? So it all depends on if you're afraid. So the night then they would have dine and wine him and drink with him and then scare him to death, you know. But he had a plan up his sleeve with the ghost. Tell me what you think about that one. And that is a great Rosal up in man. I think it's off Chilani, Falmouth, around that part of going to Moby, it's located. The Great Rose, what is called the Rosa Great House. So right now today, people do go and look to, look at tourists. It's like a tourist attraction. People go there. And I tell myself that, I want to go there. I want to go there. I can't wait to. Yeah, I definitely want to go there one of these times in my lifetime, and I'll definitely vlog it and share it with you guys. But yeah, man, that woman was a witch. They used to have books in the days when we were going to school. They had some little books. It's a pity I didn't used to say about my books, them, I could have pulled one right now and read. They used to write make those little books and share that story with us when we were going primary school about that wicked witch of Rosal. Yeah. And they say she had every husband she had. She poisoned them. And one did fix her business. Yeah, one did fix her business. Let me read. Peace. Okay. Sandy, I have you laughing. Montego Bay. All right. See? So if so it's like this for you to believe so because the pastor now him never believe in it because like I said his peers were saying there is doctor there and he wanted to prove them wrong but he did prove them not wrong. He did went there and realized that yes, this spirit actually is there, you know. Because him said them come and call him by name too, that would be the scariest part because remember now, he's been a pastor and him saying brave, But him say when him come eat him supper and go and lay down and him say he not thinking gonna sleep. Yet, in here do a knock, I tell him say if you come downstairs, come dine with them, This man, when him say when him open the door, the place was lit. Everybody did just look, the place just looked brand new. Right? And this man in a bow tie, I tell him, say, you need it downstairs. Yeah, carry him downstairs and pull him chair and make him sit down. I tell you that one is a good one. I swear. Actually, I read that one in a book many, 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 many years ago. And I've never forget the story. I may not be telling you guys detail by detail, but I give it to you quickly just now. It's much a longer story than that. But yeah, man, that is a good one. Trust me. That is a good one. There was also this story that I read when we were going primary school as well. I think it was a more like a dopey story. So there was this little boy. That the parents said him either him and go home and he met night catch him, but as he reached When a moonshine, you know, the coconut tree, them would have made a little image to trick you. So pity him, see the coconut tree or the banana tree. Because in the book that you're reading it, you're actually seeing the image and it looked like a them big old ghost, you know, hang the shadow you're seeing. When it was actually not even a duppy, you know, it was just a shadow of the banana tree, you know. And this little man afraid, you know, not saying now pass so because the duppy is there, you know, when it was all just a banana tree shadow. Right? So a lot of things back then used to make us hearing the stories and then actually going out there. And then I think demons do exist and they tend to play with our fears. So if you are afraid of something, right, they formulate themselves in a certain image and then the truth because you're afraid, they, you know, that will definitely scared you. But I'm going to tell you something. You see, fear, it's not good to be afraid. I remember one time when I was when I was, you know, living by myself and I used to work. I was working at this job, and it used to be three shift. And the worst shift I didn't like was the 10. No, well, the one to leave out wasn't too bad, but it was the one when coming in from 3 to 11. Yeah, no, 3 to 11. So one night when I'm leaving, you know, the day to make sure turn on the light, the outside light. I mean, I say, yo, me not like when me I come, the yard just dark, you know. So me remember turn on the light in the day when I leave. People, when me reach a pass and look and see the yard in a total darkness. So what the rat this how we turn off the light. That me I say no me say how we turn off the light. Anyway, you know me put on the brake list and me I say yo can't sleep a road, you know me I gone me yard. Me have to get in the house. So me reach in the house now. Before me reach in the house, me reach in the yard. So you know me climb up on one bucket outside and screw the bulb. The bulb come on. Me I say like a screw me nail screw it tight enough, you know. You know? Anyway, left that on, you know, so the blasted key. Left in the door outside of me, well in the house, can't sleep. So when me in the bed now asleep, you know, guy, me like the key a shake. And the shaking of the key, you know. Me hear and that wake me up, you know. That wake me up, me I tell you, how the key were there? Me hear the sound of the key a shake. You know, so I wake up because me is a girl not sleep dead, you know. So right there and then it dawned on me and said, shit. They take out the key out the door. Guys, this when I pull the door. So me lock the door inside now and the key left in the door outside now. So I pull the door. I may have an outside light and so I flick on the light. You know, come in like sleep with me, no light around me, none at all. No light. I feel in total darkness to sleep. You know, wanna like even the little peeny light me take something and cover over it. You know, like I don't know what's wrong with me. So, you know, me flick on the light and look out there and thing and you know, me open the door, put me hand outside and look me see the key. Me I say, what wrong with me, man? I don't remember to take out this damn key out the door. So when I look, I see a cat. And this is not like a regular cat, me I see. And you always hear them say duppy can't formulate themselves in a cat. Right? So this one big cat, one big old white puss. Me I tell you people, big puss, I biggest puss that me ever see. And the puss a climb off a me little step when me have at the time. And when me look, me I wonder for the puss gon shake the key now. I don't know, you know, is it a duppy puss that you know? But me feel like it's a duppy. So you know, say when me open the door and take out the keys, the puss that me see. Big old puss, you know. Me guys, I'm not lying to you. One big old white puss. I mean, not see that the puss they are there. And I 2 times see the puss, you know. 2 times. And when the puss see me open the door, you know, frightened. That's why I know say that the puss there is not a friggin', that is not no puss. That was a duppy. Yeah? You know when you open up door and you see puss a bolt a go away. puss now run none at all. The puss just taking time and walk go to one part in a yard, the front of the yard when me have one. No fence never did it at the time. And he turn on and look at me. And then the puss just jump off. I mean, I my mind, I'm not afraid, because I say, I smell the pussy, Anyway, me let me do one come on my bed. And I say my prayers, because in the days when I'm afraid, me just go say my prayers and no time me up asleep. Me I think about it, and I say, tomorrow me go ask them who have puss in a community who have one white puss. Who have one white puss. Me have to find out who have one white puss. So my sister said, Tripsy must have one white puss. I said, Tripsy have white puss. So Tripsy puss are the way over here, so. And he puss. So me I say, he puss big when you have him. I say, no, I want to look up puss. Me I say, well, it's a puss. I want I want big old white puss. Him big, I biggest puss that me ever see. And if you see puss and puss come out your yard and a strange yard, and you flick on light and hope not do up and puss, the puss run. The puss not run, the puss just walk and go and do edge eye. How that? And just jump off and me and say, no. After a while, on next night again, me left the key and I do again, man. Me left the key and I do. I don't know what it happened to me because me just learn to live by myself and have my own key. It did just keep on reach me. Pull the door and left the key out a door, in a door. Me I say, yo, midnight again, me lay down, man. Me just, well, me think me did asleep. Me I just woke me up so. And when me look, me I think about the key. I said, Jesus Christ, don't tell me something left the key again. So I go, so, I key that. When me look out there, the puss again. I said, no, man. It's a pussy a dopey puss. And I so comes. But it me end up tell my father. Tell my father, say, yo, me keep on I see this dopey puss in our yard. Right? So, my little daughter now, all of a sudden start complaining. Me she say, no. First, she never yet said sit up yet. She never said one day. She said that. But one night now we asleep. And she, when somebody, hi mommy, good evening, hi. Hi mommy, from Portmore, and I have a dream about mermaid. You want to call in and tell us about the dream? You can call my number. Shaquan! Shaquan! Jesus Christ, how the phone you pull, man? You want to call in and tell us your dream? Who listen? Me, me line up my phone number go. Number you go. Give me a gate number and a RAM number me a give. Number me no sure. Me no know. Me no know how I mean. Me no know sim. She know me put the sim in it. Oh. What me just do? I want to give you the wrong number. What's ya? What is about no network? Hold on there, guys. Hold on there. Give me a minute. Oh, da dee da da. Da da dee da da. Oh, da da dee. Dee 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 dee. Can do this? Can't do that. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yes. So yes, you can call this number 225-1031 and share your story with us, please and thank you. We have the phone right here. You can call right now. The person who named Aaron asks is Zinavog TV. Do you show models on your model? What are you talking about? Ah, check on when me answer this now for go what is that say now no service? What you mean? I'm a phone out of service? Gosh, you wanna try call it see if it will come. 25225 what's up? 225 1031. See if the call will come through. Yeah, but yeah man. So where was I? So the yes, so in the night now, I guess there was a up in the house, right? There's nothing to say by this time I live by myself, I just have my daughter. Me and my daughter alone. Then time I share one 2 plus I go 3. So when time to wake up, I see she have put herself closer to me like she's acting afraid. So me I said no man. And then like I said, my parents them teach me a lot of things. So when I become an adult, I know what to expect by any little silly or little funny movements. So I don't know, say, you feel like one up in a house that night, right? And she do it one next night again, do it one next night, do it one next night. I said, no, I'm not take this no more, I tell daddy, I tell my father tell me what to do. Anyway, one night now, one day, we go Kingston, me and her and come back, take her to the hospital, and my little sister, my two little sister, then they come look for me. So we sit down and me I tell them what conspired through the day while I took her to the hospital. The video out of the blues just say, Mommy, see it up there. I tell you say this was a 2 year old, at the time, 2 plus. I said, Mommy, see it up there. She keep on and say, see it up there, but we not pure no more. We are pretend as if we not hear what she has said, you know? And my father did give me one little something. In one buckle, say it name Isle of Fire. And I just take it up and tell me to put it over the door. So me just go at the front door and take it up. And which part she point I say see Duppy there. I just go there and walk it and flash it. And that's when I heard the Duppy scream, guys. Yes. That's when me hear the Duppy scream. And from that day till today, we never hear my daughter say she's see Duppy there again and I act afraid or not like that. Never again. But in recent times now, people have I have a sister with me, so she and the next thing I want to know, guys, have you ever experienced Duppy a hold it down in a bed? Because people say them experience that. So Duppy a hold them down in a bed, then get up and feel smarty. Either they see the person a hold them down or them can't talk, them a shout, them dumb up and stuff like that. Have you ever experienced anything like that? Because I have not. I have not, but my family members say them experience it. Even recently, as I was saying, gonna say my daughter says she experienced that, right? She experienced that. So she come on one of the morning there, she come on in my room and I say, last night she wake up and she can't move. All she has scream, no sound now come from her mouth and whatever. Right? So me I think say I probably must a contract. And that me I say, because yes, I must can check again, man. That happened to me already. One night, me just sleep on about 3 pillar. I wake up, my neck stiff, so me can't move. I have to take me couldn't move. Like, me basically have to just take myself and jog myself off and lay down flat and fight and turn the neck to the other direction. Oh, it will renew by itself. Oh, no, 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 guys, give me 1 minute. My service I got expire. What time now? Expire within 1 hour. And it's a 1 day plan, it I got renew too. Oh my goodness. Guys, don't leave, don't leave. Just give me 1 minute. Let me just renew. Hey guys, sorry about that. I had to renew my plan just now. It was gonna it never expire. So yes, Bubble Upsetter is in the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So the person who say if you want to call in and share your dream where you have about the mermaid. Are you trying to call? Let me know if you're trying to call. Number is 225-1031. Anybody at all that has any dream, if you have a dream, if you have gone to the river, any little thing, just call Duppy Experience, just call in 225-1031 and let me know your story, how it go. I know a lot of people probably have stories and want to share it, so let's go. I haven't put any SIM credit on this SIM card quite a while, and I put in the SIM in this phone and it's selling me no service. Now I see flow come up on it, so I wonder why. I said no SIM. Try something again, guys. So, so, so she know my daughter know what tell her cousin what happened to him. Him a call it sleep paralysis. Nothing go so. I think somebody was saying something like that. I said, Carl, I said, I know nothing of that. You know, I know of them little foolishness there. You can come police now give me password because I need it for use. Right? I don't know about that because I've never experienced it. But I have another sister and she said that happened to her already one time when she just meet this guy. And I guess the guy have a grandmother where they would love him a lot. And cause and she like the woman never like I don't know. She has said her her boyfriend grandmother loved him so much. So I guess if anybody in her life, she either make herself, she a show up her duppy. And in them 2000 times, I can't say duppy even exists. You know, but them still exist. And she said one night she said amigo day. One out of the two of them, yeah, man. She said duppy a hold her down in her house. Sit down on her and she said she lay down on her belly. That I was positioned to lay down into, you know. I ran snake, good night. Fi Duppy come and sit down on your hold you down. Me just hope no Duppy not try that with me. And I said, no Duppy not gonna try that with me. She even there in my own house. When I time I tell me say one Duppy in my house. I run another room here, one next back room where my daughter says she there, you know, and that happened to her. Shaquan! So she lay down on the bed in the middle of the day. And feel like somebody comes sit down on the bed. So me I say, no sir, I can't real. Because me know oh when me there I not experiencing this up there. And then my daughter know what say and what day. So when she tell me that now, me I say I wonder if I duppy. I come in her room. I come, you know, I trouble you. And that my daughter don't sleep back around there. You know, sleep back around there. And then she just sleep in the room, she always sleep with the light on. She sleep with the light on. You can't do that. You have to sleep in a total darkness. Why the woman you don't interview her again? I let her video let she video them. She not alright. First of all, Ransmith. The lady, Miss Marge, me soon video her again. The delete the comment from. Me soon video her again, man. It's just that I've been busy. I've been busy. I plan to go visit her one Sunday and go live, right? I plan to visit her one Sunday and go live, and then you guys can call in. Actually, since tonight, a person reached out to me on Instagram and said they want her number and it's urgent. But knowing Miss March, she never answer any call, right? She never answer any call. So if you don't know, if you don't know that you're not serious, okay? Yeah, restart it. If you don't know you're not serious with whatever you want her to do, don't call this woman and bother her. You know, Don't call her and bother her. So somebody text me on Instagram this night, since night, and said, Zina, you know, long no one with smart number and mother woman number and Ray. I have the number written down. I have two numbers for her written down. And I'm just saying, if you get a call? My girl, I call you see you coming on now. So what that? Anyway, the floor come up on it. Floor show. So why floor not show? Something wrong with that phone there. Me just put my SIM card in it so me floor not come up. Definitely no, not gonna call the woman, not call the woman, but strictly business. No bother the woman, please. A lot of person been commenting and say they want her number. And one at the time I said to her, I said, people are calling you. She said, they're not calling for anything, then just a call and ask and want free reading. Me I give it to them plain and straight. Free reading. You can't get free reading. If you don't want the woman work, you have to go to the woman and find her. But this person says she want no she or she there and ray. Anyway, me go get the number when me end the live. You think me just see up on the live. So hopefully if you're not serious, don't bother the woman. Alright? So Mummy Brown, I am still waiting for you to call and share your mermaid dream with me. Alright? Please. So that's a new thing that we're gonna be doing on this live. Where's the watch it pack? You're gonna be able to call and share your story with me. Right? So let me know if you're up for that. We have a number. I just give out the number a while ago. It's 225-1031. Call the number and granted. Yeah, the foolishness. Before now, the 2 hour gone 2 hour yet, guys. And you know the live only go for 2 hours each Sunday. You don't have to keep me here no longer than that. So I have to jump on the live by 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, we go live on Sundays. Jump on the live. I'll do 2 hours with you guys. So yeah, if you see camera kind of lean, it's because I'm giving it some charge. So yeah, where was I in the storytelling? Let me read this comment. No way, that's a spirit husband trying to attack her. Pray over her, Zina. Please. I am not one of believing that kind. What's up? One of. Hello, good night. Repeat that. Oh, hi. Okay, so you're linking me on the WhatsApp. Wonderful. So yes, Mummy T, let me hear your story now.
My story, I went to Hellchat Beach.
Hold on there, Mummy T. Are you guys hearing her? Let me know in the comment section. Yeah, so you can continue now.
I went to Hellchat Beach, right where this pool is. They come up on the top, you can't go up the top. So when I went there, it's like after the altitude, it's bending to other people. And when I went there, two friends of mine and my boyfriend went there. So we were swimming, and I remember a little boy was there, nearly John, that I know. So my boyfriend turned to him and said to him, swim to the stone, dip and swim to the stone. Yeah, so after that swim, I went home. I went home, that was on a Saturday.
So all of that where you just shared with me, that was actually living. That was real life.
Yes.
All right, so you go home now this Saturday.
Yes. And by Sunday, about 3 o'clock, I have a dream. There was a merman dreaming and said to me, says, it's like I was still at the beach,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then the merman touched me. I couldn't see like his foot. And he turned to me and he said to me, say, "I'm like, is it?" And I was like, "Nothing." And he said, yes. He was so pretty. It was like blonde complexion. And I turned to him and I said, really? And he said, yes, I'm a merman and this is where I live. And I said, you live here? And he said, yes, let me carry you where I live.
Wow.
Yes, and I remember it's like leave from the side in no time. Went under the stone, but the stone is like a big house. And when I turn up, it's like water is in the big house. And when I come up there, he turned to me and he said, are you afraid? And I said, no, I am not afraid because I believe in God. So I am not afraid. Then he turned to me and he said to me that there's 7 apples here.
Repeat that.
Including myself.
Repeat that.
He said, he turned to me and he said, there's 7 of us is here. 7 of us is here.
Okay.
Yes. And when I look, I started to see some dolphins coming out of the water. When they come out of the water, there was 4 of them. And then the 4 of them come out like a dolphin and change totally in man. But I couldn't see them foot none at all because they're in the water.
So you're saying that 4 dolphins change over into into man?
Mermaid, yes.
Wow.
You cannot see them foot?
Yeah.
Yes.
But you see them upper body.
Right. And then when I look, they said to me, and when they greet me, the one that liked me, he turned to me and said, you're afraid? And I said, no, I'm not afraid. And then he turned to me and said, okay, there's one more here. And this one is our leader, in our bar.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, serious? And when I looked, it was a big snake, a long snake come out of the water. And when that thing come out of the water, come right in front of me, into human, which is a rasta, like a maroon. I couldn't see his foot, but I see the lap and his dark complexion. And then he turned to me and he said to me, say, are you afraid? And I said, no, I'm not afraid. And he turned to me and said to me, say, I have so many to tell you. And I said, yes. And then he turned to me and said, let me show you that you was small. And I remember that was who. He turned to me and said, you was small. You have living in Independent City. Your father was a big PMP, which I told know of. And then he turned to me and said, your boyfriend, we should have killed him, but he's just like one of us. He's just like one of us, moving like one of us, and everything like one of us. And then when I looked, turned to me and he said to me, say, was prayed over there. There's a couple. I want you to look in there. Tell me what you. And when I look in the couple, it was my boyfriend lying in the couple. The couple was like yellow inside, yellow and gold, and white. Outside, white and gold. And I can remember when I turned to him and I said to him, say, this is my boyfriend, I don't understand. He turned to me and said, I have so many to tell you. And it's like I started to get scared. I started to pray. When I started to pray, I jumped out of my sleep. I moved till praying. And I was like praying for my boyfriend, and it's like I hear a voice and he say, go at his house and tell him the door. And I was there crying and praying. I didn't end up getting to his house. It was the Monday. And by the Monday night, about 7, 8 o'clock, the evening that we with him, they kill him. They give him about 23 gunshots. And I just couldn't believe it. Up till now, I don't understand. And it's like after that, I keep on thinking about the mermaid that I get. Right? So of that, I believe that mermaid is real.
Wow.
I believe mermaid is real.
You see what you said a while ago? You said you dream to the merman and he introduced you to a couple others, right? And they first they approach you as dolphin, right? And then they transform themselves into merman. Let me tell you something. I have a friend, I don't know how she not up on the live tonight. Her name is Anne Marie, and she didn't believe in mermaid either. And she, you don't know her and she don't know you, because she did all the way in one place named California. And she says she dream see a mer woman. She like she got the beach and she see a mermaid, and she and the mermaid dip on the dolphin. A swim. She dip on one of the dolphin and the mermaid dip on one of the dolphin. Right? So when you told me that, I was like, what? I mean the whole dolphin part. Mm-hmm. So people do, and you see the fact that this mermaid dream you and show you your husband death. Sorry, your boyfriend death. That's what's the word I'm looking for? that's huh? And the fact that you didn't reach him in time. But let me ask you something. I want you to go back to the beginning of the story where you said you guys were at Elsha the day, and there was this little boy that was either the little boy almost joined or was about to join. Explain that to me. The first part.
Was about to join. And my boyfriend said to him, dip 2 times and go back to the stone.
Wow.
Because he was going to try to save him. Yes. So same time he started to tell him what to do, to go back to the stone, dip and go to the stone. Right? So I remember when the merman was telling me and showing me, it's like he was showing me everything was happening on the seaside before I started to dream.
Wow.
But I remember definitely when he said to me, look in that couple and say, oh, you do.
But he also said to you that your boyfriend is like them.
Yes. Yes.
That reminds me of something that mother shared with us in one of my videos. You know, she shared that um
Yes. And the
she
merman could have tell you everything.
wow.
And I could think about it when he died the Monday. It was like when I hear about it, up and down it affect me. I hear it's like 6 months. You know, so I couldn't understand it up to now. When I went to the funeral, the casket was yellow and gold
Wow.
and white.
Wow. That was
Yes.
definitely a vision. That wasn't even a dream, you know. That is what you call a vision. You see something before it happens, right?
Yes.
So that was basically a warning that mermaid did a warn you, you know. Because obviously,
Yes.
you see that day there when that little boy did for John?
Yes.
I was about to drown. Your boyfriend
Yes.
save him.
Yes. And speaking to you, I kind of getting to remember more and more about the video. It was like last year it happened. I remember at the same in the same video, it was like me every holiday they have a time where they come on shore in the night, like 3, 4 o'clock. They come on shore.
Yes, yes.
Yes, the only way people can see them is like if they have a bright light. If you don't have a bright light, you cannot see them. That is what he was saying. He said differently from that. They come on the shore on the day. And why they come on the shore in the day is that they come in spirit. Nobody cannot see them at that time. And he turned to me and he said to me, there was a guy that lived in my community that I remember for a fact. He turned to me and he said, the guy that named Kamar is right here. And I we take him life. Reason being, in job, we take him life to get powers. The powers that we get is that we can use it in a spiritual way, come and hurt.
Wow.
So when we those powers, we come and hurt like in the day. And we use it as a sacrifice to get powers. This year, if we don't take a life, by the next year or 3 years, we take a next life or 2. To add up back with the years then that we didn't take a life.
Girl, that is making so much sense. That is making so much sense to me. Because it's like around here, the gods, like you have a time period where nobody life is lost, right? And then you have like a 1, 2, 3 year, nobody not dead around here, right? And let me tell you, yeah, like I think it was 2000 around 16, 15, one car it went over there and this woman it died. And nobody not dead again till 2000 around 17, 18, one man kill him baby mother and him stepdaughter and drive himself over there. Right? So him naturally kill himself. Him commit suicide. But you see when time till one at the time, you see even the other day when one woman last year when the woman drive us kill for herself too, we are say we amongst ourselves are saying she wasn't taken by the mermaid because it has to be a certain time of the year, a certain time, them take somebody. And we are saying, You know, say she another person though. That was what my sister said to me. And sometimes you hear some people just talk some things, a spirit are talking at them. And she just say out of the blues and say, she another one because as she go, they go kill herself. She's not for
Yes.
them. Right? And let me tell you this, until I just accident after accident after accident after accident. They never stop and stop to one bus crash on us and one woman. Joe, the woman dead in our bus. The bus pitch off in her roof and the woman Joe. And my sister
Yes.
said, you know, she said, you see that woman there, they don't want her because they did not want she. And she gotta go give up herself right there. So when the accident happen now,
Yeah.
and them make that one there happen. So and them take that. And you see, nobody else never do it from after she. After the bus crash. So that make
Yeah.
total sense. Yeah.
Yes, but that's what he said to me. He said to me that they do it is like a sacrifice to
Mm-hmm.
get power. And the powers that they get is like in the spiritual world. So they would have come on earth as
Mm-hmm.
in spirit. So it's like they would like at the riverside or the seaside or even can dream me in the spiritual world.
Mm-hmm.
So they do that to take the life. So as a sacrifice to get the powers. And as I say, he turned to me and he said to me, he said, we have a time that we take the lives
Mm-hmm.
just to make sacrifice and to get the powers.
Wow. Wow.
Yes. So I remember up till now, I remember I didn't understand it at first because I'm saying like I'm the Saturday, one day apart, and then one day, the night was 7 o'clock, they killed my boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
So like yeah, and all of that I hear the gunshots.
Mm-hmm.
And when I hear the gunshot, I was like, because for the whole day, it's like voice is just like telling me, you need to hear this.
Mm-hmm.
You need to hear this. You need to move from that area.
Mm.
And I was like, you know, I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't believe it. And then when for the whole day, when it touched like 6 o'clock, I go inside and I lie down on my back and I started to pray. And when I started to pray, I hear the gunshot them and I was like, Father God, please make it not him.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time the gunshot run out, the
Mm-hmm.
amount of gunshot, 23 gunshot run out. I hear somebody call me and tell me about it.
Wow.
I was like shocked, couldn't believe it, you know?
Yeah.
So, yes, and the most thing about it, why me take it serious, when you tell me that there's a gentleman in my scheme that they take his life, and I remember that gentleman up to now speaking to
Mm-hmm.
everything, I remember, and it was on that holiday that he went to the beach and he take his life.
Who took his life?
So the mermaid, the mermaid tell me that there is a gentleman living your city that named her. He turned to me and he said, we take his life.
Oh, and him did go to the beach and him John.
Yes, and the holiday. But the thing is that I didn't go to the beach on the holiday. I go after the holiday because the holiday was Independent Day on
Mm-hmm.
the Friday. So I went on the Saturday, but I'm not going to go on the Friday.
Wow.
So when he turned to me and he told me that we take Kamar life on
Yeah.
the holiday, so we use it as a sacrifice. And I remember that little boy also totally on that day.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I believe we
See?
are real.
See that? So yes, guys, for those of you that are just joining live, we have on the live tonight, Mommy Brown, and she's sharing her experience that she got a vision from a mermaid just by going by Helsha Beach. And a little boy almost drowned. And her boyfriend talked that boy out of drowning that particular day. And then that same evening or the next day,
Monday, the next day.
The next day she had a vision being at the beach again and seeing a merman come up to her, introducing her to other mermans, and they start to just tell her what her future of her boyfriend would have been. But what is interesting is the part that they told you that he's also like them, you know. That is pretty interesting. And the fact that he taught that boy out of not drowning that day, because he said the little boy did a drown, and he tell him, said, dip 2 times and swim towards the rock. And that saved him. But it's like this to me, I'm thinking about it, it's like that little boy was to drown to make that sacrifice. He was supposed to drown, but you see, your boyfriend now, him pass the line to go do what him do, because him powerful, So if him tell you to do something and you do it and you make it out, you have powers, without him have to go in the water the day if you go save him, right? So right there and then it's like, say, your boyfriend now interfere with them works. So it make them sure you know, because they're not going to show him, Them sure you. Because you did it in the midst of seeing what is taking place, So them sure you. Them sure you.
Yes, true.
Them sure you say, listen, I interfere with our sacrifice, or with our sacrifice, So you don't know, say, him have to go dead back now. Yeah, them show you everything what happen. Them show you it. And it was the time period that you thinking that you could have tried stop it. You couldn't stop it. You couldn't stop it because maybe anyway that the boy that did there, your boyfriend. Maybe I rightful way at me, because maybe if him didn't, if it's a case where you and him living at the same community, anyway, in the dead at night, then maybe you would have had dead with him too. Trust me. Because it's like it at the end, him dead. Because him interfere with the powers there that was taking place. That day there when you look at you, they are dead. Him interfere with it, and then sure you see him powerful, And him interfere with our works because him say, our work I go on. And him see you didn't know and play a hero in what he did. But you don't know, say your boyfriend powerful and him one of them.
Okay. Yeah.
As I show you all of that, So because I will him go to know and interfere with the mermaid man, them a do them whole ritual thing where them do time to time to sacrifice a man out there or a child. Him did have to dead back for them. But whatever him did involve in, we don't know, because if him get so much shot and the fact that them show you say, listen, looking at a casket. And you look and you see him and you couldn't understand what take place, But I just because him interfere with that one little thing that will take place today. Trust me. I say go.
Yes, for real. Because I couldn't understand it up till now. I was like, and I remember that he was saying to me, he's a nice girl, you have good spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, seriously? So he turned to me again and said, you are afraid? And I said, no, I believe in God. I'm not afraid. And he was like, okay. I have so much to tell you. And I remember, because talking to you, I keep on remembering now, like everything coming back to me. And I remember, after we left the beach, I was like, the three of us, me make four, stand up, and like one of my friends said to me, say, oh, no pay the sea. Oh, no pay the sea like $2 or $5 or $20 in it.
Yes, them always. So when you go see, go swim your feet. True. Yes, that's
Yes,
true. That's true.
yes. I didn't know that until now.
Yeah.
And I was like, start to search. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, but we're not no kind.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember like one of the gentlemen said, why we have to throw money in the water and by the end of the day we not have no we not make a good year.
Arab. Nice.
Yeah. And I didn't understand it and I remember the merman said to me, said, me not even pay the water. Me not even put $20 in there. I don't care a bucket of seawater. Go home, cut and clear, and cut and clear the crosses where, like him I said, cut and clear the crosses is where they there. And I was like, seriously? And he turned to me and he said to me, say, yeah, you should have paid the fee of $20 and £7. You know? I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Because I remember too, I didn't throw any money at all in here. Yeah. So, you know.
So did you ever share this dream with anybody?
Yes. I share it with one person. I share it with this lady. She's a reviver. Because I didn't understand the whole thing. Said it to her. She said to me, it's them in life. You know, she didn't want to go in details, but she told me and she said yes. Just like how you tell me, she didn't go in details, like how you do when you kind of get a more understanding now. Yes, and she told me and she said yes. And she turned to me and she said, listen, your spirit and their spirit are totally different because you can discern. If you can discern or see it or whatever, they cannot come to you and be apart. Yes. So, you know, so by this I just getting the understanding little by little.
Wow. Wow. That was amazing vision that you say you have. And the fact that you have the vision and it came to reality. And you say how much money go for him? Them say them assume say how much?
6
And
months.
he makes 7. That was the 7 mermaid that you saw. The vision straight like an arrow. Oh boy.
Straight like an arrow.
Wow.
And as far as I understand is like it was 7, but there was like a down there which would have sent that 6 man.
And remember now, in this show, you're a man, and said this are the man. Hey, then give it to you, yo. Hey, then give it to you clear like daylight, man.
Clear.
Wow, that is what you call a vision. You hear me tell you? That is a vision. That's not a dream. As I know it's funny we're having this conversation because at this morning, me I tell my boyfriend, say you have dreams and you have vision. It's when you have a dream and you wake up and you can't remember nothing, that was a dream. It's when you have a vision and when you remember it like you just read a book.
Yes.
That's what a vision is. You remember everything, detail, name, number. That is a vision.
True. That is so
That is a sign from the Almighty Himself. That are powers you get.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I know I have it because I encounter with several things but just don't understand it. You know? It's a lot, but this is just the first encounter with something like that.
Mermaids. Wow.
You know? Yes.
Wow.
I know it's like something that call it discernment. Yes. Something like that I have. So, you know, but this is the first encounter with
And that is the marine world. Yeah? The marine.
Yes.
So you said them bring you to them house.
Yes.
So what was
And
it
they say
like
their
there?
house,
What was it like?
the house is like it's concrete. It's a building. It's a house like concrete. The only difference is inside the house. It is pure water.
Wow. Is that looking through an aquarium?
Yes. Yes, or a pool that that covered.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So they explained to me and said they live at Hellshire underneath the stone.
Wow.
Because when you hear we go Hellshire now,
Mm-hmm.
you see sign mark, not no swimming. On the next side, so you can swim.
Mm-hmm.
So when I figured it out, I said, okay, there's a difference,
That's where them house is. That's the entrance of them house.
Yes, yes, it is. Yes, it is. So I just, take my time and I understand it more and more now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. So yes, guys, if anybody is on the live listening and you have any vision with mermaids, please to call in. The number is 225-1031. You can WhatsApp call. Yeah, because it's straight call now go work. The number now phone still as an emergency calls only. But I can get WhatsApp calls, which is even better because the phone will be on a loader background and everyone could hear just now. Right? Let me know in the comment section if you could hear clearly what Mommy Brown was saying. You say your Mommy T?
Yeah, Mommy T.
Mommy T was saying. Well, Mommy T, that was wonderful. Thank you so much for calling. You have any? That was the only mermaid experience you had, right?
Yes, yes, of course.
Wow, wow,
Yes.
wonderful. I love it. Thank you so much for calling. Please to know that guys, this is a new trend that I'm setting on the live every Sunday. We start 6 and go for 2 hours. But because of Mommy T make me have to just go over me 2 hours, because this was a great story. And then the fact that I could translate it for you to make you have some clarity in what took place and what they were actually showing you, you know? So as I said before, you have the powers, man. You have the powers. And the fact that you say you're afraid and them still up show you what is to become. As I said, I think it's because he interfered with that little boy death and they wanted that sacrifice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
Okay.
Love the story. You too, darling. Thank you so much for joining our live. See you next week, Sunday.
Okay.
Definitely have to go save your number. So yes, guys, you hear that a while ago? That was Mommy T. So if anybody else on my live, and obviously this live is gonna save, right? And you want to share an experience like that, because that's definitely an experience. The fact that she went to Elsha and see something in the midst of everything that was taking place, and then going home, having a vision, seeing the death of her boyfriend, and for that actually to come to reality, that is something to talk about. Bubbles Seta, you were saying, wow, and good night. What is the topic for tonight? I don't know if you're still here, Gray, but it was about rolling calf going into mermaid story, because somebody made a comment on one of the videos saying what is actually a rolling calf. So I was showing you guys and describing what a rolling calf looks like, So you can definitely watch the video tomorrow. Hear all the front when I was explaining all of that, and even sharing some rolling calf stories with you guys. And then we went into dreams and dopey, and then we went into the vision of our dear friend losing her boyfriend. Visions, as I said before, can definitely be read. And sometimes we get these vision and you don't understand what is to come, because you don't get it clearly. But one thing I can tell you, when a mermaid vision you, watch out. Watch out. They don't come and dream you for just dream you. Once you dream, see a mermaid, this is real life. They ain't playing. They ain't playing. Something is to come. Something is to come. I remember, I'm going to share this one story with you, and this happened last year. And I dreamt, and it did come true, guys. It did happen. After the lady killed herself, then the van the Lindsay bus crashed into a station wagon, Toyota station wagon, is it? HD something another. And then I have a vision one night that I was coming from Lindsay, and I see a crowd of people, and everybody was looking in the water, looking to the water, and nobody, but obviously there was someone in the water, and nobody wanted to go in there and save them. And when I come and I bust through the crowd and say, no go save her, no go save him, no save him, no. And when I look, it was my niece I'm seeing. My niece, I want my sister, my niece. I said, no, and jump off. It's when time I was in the water, I saw three mermaids. Three mermaids. My niece was nowhere around anymore. I saw three mermaids, and I was in the bottom of the river swimming with them, and they were telling me, you're too brave. Why you brave, so? Every time people drown, people go by you run and come save them. Eh? You're too brave, you see if I never you. And let me tell you, I remember getting up and telling my sister the dream. I don't even know if I did it, but I didn't tell nobody yet. About the next day, I go instead. Right? I'm did it, I'm see one bus up the road, I'm saying, so that bus me I wait pan. I wait pan a bus there. Anyway, me did wait for the bus and I can't see the bus come. So I say, alright, then one just come tap on my foot. I end up going at the bus. You see, me wait pan that bus, me that come see everybody crowd up and looking at the river. But you may end up on the bus when me never ready to leave yet. So when me reach my yard now, rain a fall there. And me say, I'm not stopping, because it a rain and actually, rain a come down actually. So I say, I'm not stop. I try to go up on my yard. And by the time if it broke, reach on the veranda and turn, me hear one little rocky, one little sound. Me hear my daughter shout and say, mommy, something gone in the river. When me look, me see the truck gone in the river. Right? And run off of the hill in a one little piece of tie up slippers. The last time that me wear slippers, me not wear it again. And when me reach, I could even take off my pants, not me jump off straight in the water. It was 3 men. What me say? 3 men in the river. One, I hang off one side, so when me look, me see two in a truck, same way. And the truck I drift with them. And one with the depend help. And them throw one life jacket game. And them I say, before me even jump off in the river, like me I say, we are throw life jacket I give them, And 2 men in a truck and them a ball, I say, help. And then the one now, which is the driver, reach to the bank at the column. And when they throw, by the time we reach then give him a life jacket and him hold on for the life jacket. And one of the virgin Sammy now get a stick and him hold on for the stick and then bring him to the banking. Then the next two now we are throw life jacket again, them a ball, say them a ball, help. And a wow, jump off, go up on it, say them can't swim. And then turn to me and say, Rudy, go for them now, and me jump off. You see though, that is what you call a vision. So the mermaid them show me say, 3 of them see in the water, And it was 3 men. So anyway, guys, that is it. Thank you so much for joining my live. I'll definitely see you guys next week, Sunday. If you're not yet a subscriber, what are you waiting for? Jump into let's subscribe and have a live. A live next week, Sunday. Yeah, there was 3 men in the truck. And when the mermaid them tell me say, it was 3 mermaids in the water. 3 men. And we go in there, we check them out one by one, check them out, they all survive. I still not see none of them come back on for me, waiting for you guys. So yes, so visions are real. And when you go to bed and you have vision where you get up the next day and you see clean. And when you're in the vision, you feel like you're alive, your heart a beat out of your chest. Your nervous, your anxiety is up. That's a vision. And then when you wake up from that and realize it was a dream, well, you know we are gonna call it dream. That's literally a vision, and that's just a foresight into what is to come. All right. So have yourself a blessed night. Have a blessed weekend, all of you there that is on my live. Thanks to all of you that checked in and check out. The live is gonna be saved, and you guys can check it out. It's been 2 hours. You can put a nice clean self. I'm your girl, and I'm out. See you next week Sunday. Remember now, the number is 225-1031. WhatsApp call. Next week Sunday, call in and let me know your experience with mermaids rolling for duppy. Let me know. All right, see you next week. Bye, guys. Love you all. Give me 2 minutes to say bye bye. Good night, Zina. Have a good week. You too, darling. Be safe. Be safe. Everybody just be safe. All right, that's it for me tonight. I can say bye. Anybody else saying goodbye? Yes, that's it. Thank you guys for joining again next week Sunday, 6 p.m. sharp until 2 hours. Not 2.5 hours, 2 hours. Bye next week. Bye, wins. Bye bye, everybody.